Mark. Hello, pal.
Nice to be here.
Great to have you, boy. Where have you been?
With you. All morning trying to get something done. So.
Now, we have a lot to do. Good to have you with us. You got the baseball season. We got a lot going on
Thank
today.
God it's baseball
Oh, thank
season.
God. Thank God.
So it's nice to be here. We planned this a while ago. We had a little something to do this morning together. So I've been with you already too many hours, but it's okay. But you know, looking forward to it.
And you had a big job interview today?
I didn't have any job interviews. You stop.
I sent him an interview. It said, Mike, could you please join us?
I didn't agree to do anything except sit here with you for an hour and beat you at the over-unders, which we'll do in a little while.
A little bit.
What are you up to?
We don't forget the over-unders if I win.
Nice studio.
They're nice, isn't it? They do a nice job.
Very nice.
They did a great job. This is a great place to work.
It is.
Good on Manfred leaves you alone. He's great.
Right.
They have ownership here. They run the people who run the place. Once in a while, I get ticked off. You know, some GMs, they don't like it. They get a little nervous. Geez, I got to go on with him and scream and yell now. But for the most part, I try to treat it like the Mike and the Mad Dog
But you know what? It's baseball season. You got through February.
Oh, it's tough. I do
Super
60
Bowl.
shows.
Now you're sitting there saying, what am I going to do for the next 5 weeks? You know, NC tournament gives you something. But now you're there. Baseball starts tomorrow.
We got
a little early. I mean, the weather's not ready for baseball, especially here. I understand why they did it, but boy, they're going to have some cold days and some rainouts these first couple of days here. The weather's just not ready.
And baseball still has that romance of the opening day. The other sports don't have that. Not even football.
Nope.
But baseball's got that opening day all to itself.
And it's a great time because you've gone through the lean time. All right, and it's been a busy time with all these rumors about quarterbacks in this town and who's going to draft whom and Beckham and everything else. But right now, it's a great week. You have the Final Four. You got opening day. You got the Masters next week. So if you're a sports fan, this is a great time of year. This is wonderful. And then you have the NBA playoffs coming in a couple of weeks. You got hockey. Well, this is going to be a great year for, you know, if you're a Ranger fan. But bottom line is there's a lot going on. You're back into daily stuff. And what baseball gives you is it gives you every day. You turn a page in the book.
Like you used to say, a chapter each. There's 100 chapters, and you get a chapter every couple of weeks.
Baseball is your companion. It's there every day. It's in the car with you. It's in the backyard with you. It's there every night. You don't have to watch every minute, every game, but it's there every night. You turn it on, it's there. You had a game. How good is it to know that you go home and you got a baseball game on?
And not only that, it's the only sport where the radio, you can listen to the game on radio and follow it just like you're watching it on TV. You can't do that in the other sports. But baseball you can.
Baseball is made for the radio. NFL football is made for the television. And baseball is the only sport where if you're in the backyard or you're in the car, you don't feel like you're getting cheated. You don't feel like you're missing something by not hearing. Baseball plays perfectly on the radio. It is made for the radio.
Oh, it's perfect. Lemonade, back porch on a summer day. All right, let's talk about three big things here to start the show. We'll do the over-unders later. We got some Mets and Yankees later. Let's do the three big storylines. Let's do Stanton with the Yankees. Now, when you left December 15th, I came on you 2 days after. I said, geez, I think the Yankees upset the apple cart. I don't think they need Stanton that much, and I've been tweaking him all the last 2 months, tweaking Stanton, how he's going to handle media and everything else. You're a Yankee fan, your take on Stanton.
Let's be honest. The Yankees weren't pursuing Stanton. They weren't interested in Stanton. This was something that it was just too much. They couldn't pass it up. But Jeter tried to trade him other places. He couldn't get it done. So he had to come to the Yankees to get the trade done. He had to get rid of him. We knew how it worked with Jeter. We understand what he's doing. So the Yankees, it was a deal they couldn't pass up. They weren't looking for this. And to me, it's not a perfect fit. It's going to upset the outfield defense. It's going to make things a little weird with Judge and even with Gardy. So from that standpoint, plus they are going to strike out a lot. They are over right-handed, especially with Bird hurt, which is something.
He's always hurt.
I think Bird's going to become one of these guys who's just always hurt. You're going to wonder about his career because I love him. I think he could be a big player, but he's just always hurt. But they are very right-handed with their power. And they're going to strike out a ton of times. They've hurt the outfield defense. So I don't think it's a perfect fit. I really don't. They didn't need him. I understand why they couldn't pass him up, and it's excitement. The Yankees are now rock stars again. They're going to get a lot of attention, and they're going to hit a lot of long home runs and hit a lot of home runs. But they are not unbeatable with that team. They're good. They're very good. But they are not unbeatable. They're not the best team in the league.
How about if Stanton goes 1 for 12, 9 strikeouts against the Red Sox and DHs? Is he going to handle the media right?
I want to see that because I think we want to see what his MO is there.
This is not Miami.
And remember, most guys who come to this town to prove themselves start very slowly. The most times it happens, they don't do well. They want
to Tino?
Yeah, go back to Clemens, Piazza, go down the line. Guys struggle when they come here. Most guys do. If Stanton does, let's see what happens when he does. Now, there's a lot of people to pick him up. It's a lineup that's a wonderful lineup. It's got everything as far as that goes. They're going to score a ton of runs. But if he gets off to a slow start, it's going to be interesting to see how it works. Plus, I want to see how the defense works in the outfield.
Like he's going to DH. He's not going to like
Yeah,
DH.
I mean,
he's not even playing opening day. He's going to DH on opening day.
And to me, that you did not bring him in to do just that. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out as far as how he fits into this on a daily basis.
You probably didn't see it. Great story on Jeter and SI.
Right.
They got good quotes. It's going to take him a while, and he probably didn't handle this Stanton thing right. He should have gotten his approval before he was going to talk to the Cardinals and Giants. But in the end of the day, I would not bet against Jeter with the Marlins.
I think Jeter did not mind ruffling feathers. He did not try to make any friends. And that, to me, is the right way to do things. You got to sometimes have some pain to have some gain. They're going to go through a rough year. Okay, it's going to be a bad situation. He didn't handle Stanton perfectly, but you know what? He had to do what he had to do, and I think he said, I'm going to gut this and do it my way. And I think that's where they are. Now, the one question is, does he have enough people who can go out and put good players into that system? Does he have guys there who can do that? If he does, he's going to be successful. If he doesn't, he's going to struggle.
Well, we don't know about baseball in that state, too.
Right.
You know, the Marlins, they're going to show up in that town. Did you live there a lot now?
No.
They're going to show up in that town to see that team play, even if they're good?
No, it's not.
And how about Tampa?
No, it's
That's the problem.
Listen, that is a town of people who want to go out and play golf. They want to go out and be on their boat. They don't want to go see games, and they don't want to go inside to do it. And you get a lot of rain in the afternoon there every afternoon. It's not a great baseball place. It's not a great sports place because people go there to retire and they go there to have to just
Follow the games on TV. Watch it on listen on the radio.
It's not conducive.
Right.
It's never going to have a great fan base, but they can be successful.
They can. I'm with you. How about Ohtani now? Now, it's funny. If the Yankees had gotten Ohtani,
and they wanted him badly.
wouldn't have been here.
No, he would not only wouldn't have been here. The question is he going to embarrass somebody? Is he going to be as bad as everyone says
he's
been?
awful in spring training.
This is a guy who people were talking about being the greatest player in baseball. They have the best player in baseball on that team. They brought a guy in, and they were talking this guy up like crazy, and he hasn't produced anything yet. The Yankees are lucky they didn't get him.
And I'll tell you, the Angels are impossible. Even if they wanted to send him down to the minor leagues, how do you send him down to the minor leagues?
How funny is that, Mike and the Mad Dog?
Can't do it.
How did Ohtani turn out now? Monday morning quarterback. Perhaps the best player in all of baseball. Maybe in history. Konnichiwa, bitches. Shohei Ohtani. As we flash back here with Mike and the Mad Dog. Thanks for being here, man. It's almost baseball season. I'm Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel for Chaos Corner. Austin, I hope you're here, brother.
All right, now
Woo!
we'll see about Ohtani. All right, one last thing, then take a break. Right now, you and I have been doing this a long, long time. We've got 10 postseason teams.
Yep.
Right now, let's be honest.
Right.
We got 7 that are going to be in the playoffs.
Right.
Oh, everybody knows Yankees and the Red Sox and the Indians and Houston,
Yep.
and then the Dodgers, Cubs, and Nationals.
Right.
So you're going to play 162 games. I've been saying this all winter.
Right.
You play 162 games, 6 months. You know, every chapter and everything else, and you're basically playing for 3 spots.
Yep.
Not only that, the 3 spots are not divisions. They're playing for 1 game. Is that good or bad for the game?
Remember, fans, we're here in 2018. As we flash back, we go forward to go back to go forward to 2026. Remember, the timeline. This is 2018.
Baseball is a small town game in individual towns during the regular season. That's what it is. In Boston, they're going to be thrilled if they're in the pennant race. If the Yankees and Red Sox are both good, it's going to be great baseball. The Yankees this year are going to sell a ton of tickets. They're going to be like the old days with the rock stars. They're going to sell 3.5 to 4 million tickets. They are going to be a big-time team this year. They're not going to care one bit in New York. They're not going to care if the Cardinals are back in St. Louis. They're not going to care if your Giants are good in San Francisco. No one cares. These teams in places like Houston and with the Dodgers and with Cleveland, they're happy with their teams. They're not worried about it.
How about Reds, Pirates, Marlins, Rays?
Hey, there's always going to be the haves and the have-nots. Every sport has that, okay? The one difference is football teams are year to to year. They're good one year, bad the next. Very few teams are like the Pats. You know, you make the playoffs one year, you don't make it the next. You go from last to first. It happens in football. Can do it quickly. NBA, look how many bad teams are on in the NBA. We know who is going to be in the finals every year in the NBA. In baseball, it doesn't matter. If the Yankees and Red Sox are good, so be it.
So you're okay?
I don't think that's a problem.
You're all right with the three?
I'd rather have good teams. You see, I don't want a bunch of 85-win teams.
You want the big
I want to have.
Well, you're going to have a good
teams.
postseason. Yankees, Astros, best of 7. How good with that?
I think right now what you have at the top of the sport is going to be fascinating. It really is. I think the interesting thing is the idea of all this possible movement of all these big players, not knowing what Harper's future is, not knowing what Manny Machado's future is, guys
Donaldson.
like that. All these big players, you know, there could be a tremendous amount of movement with these guys.
Lots to do. Just getting warmed up. Mike and the Mad Dog on a special high heat over-unders. Mike and I have always had a system. We'll tell you how it works in a sec. Come on back here on a busy show.
Long time ago.
1990, right?
Yeah.
89?
When did we go out to see you and Howard Reynolds turn a double play out there in that field?
I did that. Howard and I came over here.
Has he taught you yet how to do that?
Howard over here. You'll be out there 4 hours. All right. Over-unders. We flipped a coin before the show began.
That's it.
He won, which means I got to pick first. Mike goes.
No, I get my choice, and I gave you the first. I took second.
Yeah,
third.
you want second and third. Now we take 6. This is not Bruce and I with 3. We take 6. We got to take 3 overs
And 3 unders, and you can't take the same team.
And you can't take the same team.
It's
So there's
off.
suspension.
It's off.
I got to think how Mike thinks. I want to block him.
Go ahead.
Vice versa. Now, if I win,
Right.
Mike's going to come in the wintertime to host a week with me. I'm going to do it in
A week
January.
of one show.
January here. A week. I want him jumping over that GW bridge with Julio to talk show. All right, I'm going to go
And
first.
if you win,
If you win, I got to do you something. What do you want?
okay, you have to come down and do the show in Florida with me next winter.
Baseball and radio?
Yes. No, on TV show.
Have I got Rich, is that approval? Can we do that? Can you do a remote? I know you guys don't like to spend the money, but can you do the remote?
Oh, come on. Look at this place. They got plenty of money.
They got money all right.
Take some of DeRosa's money.
Yeah, he don't make that much.
Oh, okay.
No, he does. All right, so we'll do that.
Take Smoltz's money.
Yeah, he makes plenty. All right, we got a lot to do. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I
Let's
got
hear
3
it.
overs.
What's
and 3
the
unders.
first one? It can't be the Giants.
The Mets.
The Mets is your first pick?
82.5. That's too low. The Mets are going to be.
You better have some way to kneel and pray that a lot of guys stay healthy,
I agree.
especially Cespedes.
I thought you might love them. I
think they'll be over, but I still worry about them because I don't like that. I hear Cespedes isn't healthy right now, and you're worried about
Harvey, Mets, I get it.
Oh, boy.
But those 2 are at the top of the rotation.
That'll either be easy
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
that'll either be 70 or 90.
Yeah,
That's not going to be 83.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
But I like the 2 guys at the top of the rotation. I'm assuming they're going to be healthy.
82 and a half,
That's
it
a
says
low
here.
number. I'll go Met over my first pick.
Mets over is your first
I thought
pick.
you might like that. That's why I took it.
Okay, 2 picks off the board. My first under, Indians under 95.
I can see that.
I just think that it's too high, and there's a couple of issues there. I just think they're still good. A lot of things. That's a lot of things. I think everything will fall into place. They'll win 90 games, and 90 will be comfortable in that, to win. It'll be fine to get them back in the playoffs. They don't need 95. And I think 95 though 95 is a high number. It is a very high number to get over.
You got to go 96
you
and
gotta be
66.
really
30
good.
games
You
over.
got to be really good to get above 95. So I'll take Indians under 95, and I still think they'll win 90 games, but still the big difference between 90 and 95.
100%.
And as far as where and I had the Mets on my list as an over, so that's
that's what I want to do. I wanted to
little
knock it
bit
out
of
of
a
it.
problem. So I might have taken them. I don't know for sure if I would have taken them, but my second under, I'm taking 2 unders, so you're gonna have to take I get them out of
I
didn't have that many unders, so I need to take 2 off the board. I'm taking Angels under 85.
Well,
I think
that's
it's too
interesting.
high. I think people are getting overboard. This team has got a lot of ground to make up. They got a lot of young pitchers. Otani hasn't been great when they plugged him in as the number 3 starter. I don't think there's a long way to get back and be okay. Over 85, you're playing well. You got to get up to 86 wins. So to me, I think those are the 2 teams I targeted for under. Was the Indians under 95 and the Angels under 85.
All right, I'll do an under. I think they're going to have, and I like the GM, so does Mike, but I think they're going to make a trade. They're going to get rid of Hamels. I'm going to take under Texas. I think Texas got no pay. If Bartolo Colon and Tim Lincecum are on your team, you got major issues.
Yep.
And Beltre's old. I mean, they score some runs, but that divisions, they got to play Houston 18 times. They also play the NL West and that might be the best division in baseball, so that's an extra games there too. 75.5 is low. 75, they're going to score runs. It's low, but I like this one from the get-go. I'll go under. I got to take an under here. I got 3 unders to take. This is one of them. I don't want. I got to take it away from Mike. I take under Texas 75.5.
Okay.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do. I think that makes sense. I also think the division is improved, so I think that's an issue. You look for a couple of teams. See, the Tigers are the same way. I don't know if I take them because the number's only 66.5, but they're going to get rid of the other players they have. I mean, so
they can't trade Cabrera,
but they'll get rid of anybody they can get rid of.
Yeah.
So, maybe somebody gets desperate and makes some kind of deal for Cabrera. Maybe it's possible if they give up some of the contract or get something done. I mean, you'd like to see him thrust into a pennant somewhere.
Would. Good point.
But I don't know if that happens. And that number's only 66.5, so it's not that good. I have to take an over. So I took 2 unders ready. I got to take an over. Same reason, and your biggest reason with the Mets that you didn't give, which is the biggest, is the fact that you're going to play a lot of lean teams, including the Marlins, a lot. So,
and the Braves.
But the one thing with the Mets, they have a lot of trouble with the
They never beat them.
They never beat the uniform. That's the one thing. The Marlins always give them fits. This year, I don't think they can, but they usually in the past do. I think the Phillies are going to be over 78.5. I think that's. I like the Phillies and the Braves. I was trying to see which one of the two to take. It was 75.5 for the Braves, 78.5 for the Phillies. I think the Phillies are ahead, more established. They obviously made the trade, the move to get Arrieta. So to me, I think 78.5 take the Phillies over. I think they're going to bounce back and be over 500 this year.
All right, Mike loves the Phillies. I love Colorado. I cannot believe that the Rockies, who are in the playoffs, now let me get this straight, folks. The Rockies right now are 82.5.
82.5.
They won 87 last year, and they added Shaw and Wade Davis. They got everybody back. They got a lot of guys who are free agents to be, who are going to want to play big years. You know I love Buddy Black. I know the division's tricky, but you cannot tell me that the Rockies can't go 83 and 70.
So your 2 overs are the Rockies and the Mets. Those are very weird overs.
Weird. I know it's tricky, but Mike, the Rockies at 80. They won 87 last year. They brought in Shaw and Wade Davis. That bullpen's good.
I never trust that team, though.
Well, I know. Not a winning culture.
It scares me.
I agree.
It really does.
And the division's good.
Yeah.
The division's good.
Absolutely.
I will take the Rockies at 82.5 as an over.
That's an interesting one, and I think, I have to do this, so I think it'll happen anyway. I'm taking the Yankees over 94.5. I think they will win over 94.5, but I was going to take the
So you're going to double whammy the Yankees. That's going to be a painful. You're going to watch them not get there, and then you're going to have to come in here, and the Yankee team's not going to get the 95 wins.
Yankees will get there. They'll get there. I mean, I really think, listen, I think they'll win. I don't think they'll win easy. I don't think they'll win 100 games, but I do think they'll win over 94.5. I do think so.
Win the division?
Yes.
Better than the Red Sox?
I think they'll win the division comfortably.
So you're that high on them? Okay.
Yes. So, but I think they'll do anything they have to do also.
Yeah, they got money. $167 million payroll.
I don't think the team is near completed. I think they can do a lot of things. Plus, they added some pieces that are going to be really good. I mean, you talk about Bird. I think Walker is going to be. I think he's a perfect fit for the Yankees. I think the pieces they added are going to be really good.
Okay.
I think Drury's going to do very well. They have young kids who are ready to play. I mean, Andujar could come up. If he can play a little first base, he could hit tomorrow. He can hit. They got guys waiting to push him. They have extra guys. They have incredible surplus in the minors. They have the ability in their farm system to trade for anything they need. They can get any pitcher they want that they need. So they'll do whatever they need.
Agree.
And
95.
I think they are ready to, just from the get-go, to have a very big season. So I do think they'll be an over.
All right, I'm going to take an under here, and I took them last year, and I got absolutely killed. I'm going to try it again because I think that with Turner hurt, no second starter right now with Kershaw. I know Alex Wood was 10-0. I got to see it again. 95.5, so a lot of wins. They were 52-9 last year in 63 games. That's not going to happen again. I'll take, they'll be good. Now, I kind of feel like the same way I might do with the Indians. I mean, they're going to win their 90-something games, but they got to get to 96. Last year they won 104. Now they got to get to 96. So I'm asking for an 9-game decrease. I'll take Dodgers under 95.5. And I know it's risky. Don't get me wrong. I know it's risky. I don't like to root for them anyway. I'll go under LA 96.5.
I can see that. I mean,
you can see that one?
Yes, I absolutely.
Not a terrible.
I think a big part of that is Tell me also how the Giants are going to be. That's going to be a big key to that division. So to me, with the injuries to the pitching staff, see, everyone loved the Giants.
Well, no Bumgarner for 10 games.
I mean.
And they play him 10 games first month of the season.
So now you have that issue. But everyone thought the Giants had made a lot of good moves. And obviously, now the Giants aren't a young team. They got a lot of guys who have got some age on them. But they brought in guys who were gamers. So I thought you'd jump on them.
Yeah, I'm going to because of Bumgarner.
I thought you would jump on them, and you didn't yet. So that surprised me. So it really did.
So you got 2 to go. Go ahead. You can do an over or under here.
I'm going to do an under here. And I think this one will surprise you, but I just think that the year after is very difficult, and I'm going to take the Astros under 97.
Well, that does surprise me.
Because I think 98 wins, very hard to do, and you're going to tell me you're going to win 98 games a year after you won it all? I think that's very hard to do. They won 53 games on the road last year. I think that just easy have anything go wrong, just also the idea of complacency, which is going to set in on any
probably win the division by 20 games.
Yeah. I just think they'll treat the end of the season differently. I think they will get ready for the postseason differently. I think winning in the regular season will not be as important. Once you've won, you get ready for the postseason completely. I just think they'll have a completely different mentality. Teams are different when they win. Now, sometimes everything can click, and they have the pitching that if it all fits together. But I don't think Verlander's going to be great in the regular season. See, people think he's going to be unbelievable. No, he's going to be good in the postseason. I don't think he's going to be great anymore in the regular season. I don't think he has to be. So I don't think, and the bullpen is not that good.
It's terrible.
And it was terrible in the postseason. They did get cold, but I think 98 is very high. So I just thought 97 and a half. I would 9 times out of 10 pick against any teams that number is they have to get 98 wins to win. I just think the math is just too high. I don't like to go there. I just think 98 is just such a high number to get to, and coming off a championship to get to 98, I just think is too much. I just think from every human factor, I just think you go against the Astros to come back and get 98 wins the next year.
All right, my third over, folks. Now I'm taking this team because simply for one reason: they get 36 games against the Tigers in Kansas City. And Minnesota's not a world beater, and Mike just told you about the Indians. I'm going to take the White Sox over 70.5. Now, again, they have no pitching. James Shields, I get it. They got a good lineup. They got a very good farm system. They'll be into it. 70. I can't go 71 and 91 in that division. That lousy division. Tigers stink. Who knows on Cabrera? Royals are bad. I got to figure they can win 72 games. So I'll say White Sox over 71.5. My third over.
I think that's pretty good. First of all, it's not a high mountain to climb. It's not. It is. So I think the number's good. I think that's a good one. I really do. I actually looked at the Padres, and they had a good spring, and actually thought maybe. But then I said, wait a second. You're talking about the Padres. You can't do it. So it's 72. I thought for the same reason that they might surprise someone. I was looking for someone at a low number that I thought could do an over. I couldn't take them. So I wound up on a team that I don't usually like, but I think things are in place to be pretty good this year. And I think the Brewers over 83.
Yeah, that's a good one. You usually don't like Milwaukee at all.
And I think this team is going to be good this year, though. I think the pieces are in place for them to have a pretty good season. So I'm going to take them over 83.5. So I have the Phillies, the Yankees, and the Brewers, the Astros and the Indians and the Angels as unders.
I got one more.
And so you have one more to go, and I'm done.
I'm going to take Tampa under. I think Tampa stinks. I think
and they're in a tough division.
Tough division, Yankees and Red Sox. Who knows on Archer? I know they got a couple of pitchers. They got Dickerson out of there, Longoria out of there. They got Denard Span DHing. They'll be 5,000. And I love Sternberg, so does Mike. They got 5,000 in that ballpark every day. Who knows what they're going to do in the middle of July? They got to get that ballpark first. I think there's a little, I'm not sure if they got a lot of optimism to start the season. 75 wins from, and that's that division is not as it's a whole
They're usually
division.
better than people think, but very
They're competitive.
And how many games are the Giants going to win?
I think
Will you take over on the gun to your head with the Giants?
I'll take over.
Take over. I thought you would take the Giants for sure at 81. I thought you would take them for sure. I wanted to take them. I tell you, if I was going to take them, and then I said, I'm not going to take them. But I wanted to.
All right, Tampa. We'll go review these a little bit later on. All right, that's the way we get it started. We got a lot going on. Lou, Mike, and the Mad Dog reminisce coming back too on this busy show. Stick with us here on IE. Kids, enough already. Let them go hurt somebody else. When am I ever going to have a chance to win a lousy freaking champion? One time! Not 20! One lousy goddamn time! Gee whiz! Every single beat that GD! Every single time! Ah, come on!
15 years ago.
That was after they lost the Marlins.
He said you were 43.
And your reaction there was...
I never said a word. That's why I went
You didn't have to. You didn't have to.
Every single
That went on for 13
I don't care how many
minutes.
books I write, how many kids I have, how many Marconis. I don't care.
He would have
Mike,
traded
put
for
me on that
Marconi
show
folks, I'm
forever.
telling you.
I don't care. Win one. I'll give it all back. I'll leave now. Why? That's all I want is one. Oh no. I'll leave. I swear I'll leave. I'll quit. Must to get me happy. I'll leave one time. Once. I'll get out of here forever. You never see me again. Let me win once. Once. I'm getting out 43 years of age.
Well, what people don't
I'm
realize
not getting
is
any
that
younger. I'm not as old as Mike, but I'm not getting any younger.
I'm not as old as Mike, but like, the funny thing is, I won 3 and I left.
you left.
I lost the 3
you
championships.
had to give up me to get 3.
No, the funny thing is, I had to put up with you with the Yankees all those years when you won all those titles with the Yankees. People don't remember that we started Mike and the Mad Dog in '89. The Yankees were terrible.
Awful.
Stump
The only thing they had was Kevin Moss.
They were a terrible team. You know, George was in the mix. They got
18
suspended.
of 21 in a row. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then all of a sudden, once '96 came along, they were phenomenal for a 10-year period. And the Giants, I leave, and they turn out winning a championship.
What a championship! You won 3.
Yeah, they did it. You know what?
Became one of the great postseason teams.
I don't know. I don't know now where they are as a franchise. So the Yankees had, I don't know, for whatever, the Yankees had a little better feel. They were the 15 years, a little younger maybe. Jeter was there. Giants, you could make the point that the Giants could take a long time to get back to that level that they were a couple years ago.
I don't see them getting back there, but you know what? They improved the team this year. I like the moves they made. That and I think a lot of people thought they had a chance to be an interesting team this year. Now they're all worried because of obviously the injury, especially to Baumgartner. But I think they still could have a wild card.
Yeah, they could have a wild card.
question.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, your season's not over yet.
No, definitely not. Bruce Shine, our little partner, thought the Giants were done after the injury disgrace. We got a lot to do, including a little Met-Yankee conversation.
Right.
We did some Yankees already. We'll come back to a little Mets, too.
Let's do it.
That's a long time ago, too, Mike. I don't know when that year that was.
That's like
maybe the
19. That's circa 1989, right there. Look at that palatial studio we had. That was great, wasn't it?
A long time ago.
How dark my hair is in those pictures.
And your hair still looks good, too.
It's a little different color, but it's okay.
Reds already rained out tomorrow. They'll play the opener on Friday in Cincinnati. The weather is going to be bad. All right, how about the Yankees and the Mets here? We did the Yankees. Let's do the Mets.
Right.
Key is health. You were there in spring training. Let's assume Syndergaard and DeGrom.
I think
It's a tough
you can
assumption.
assume.
All right,
I
Harvey
think
and
so.
Mets. Harvey and Mets.
I think Mets, I don't have a lot of faith in. I think Harvey's going to surprise. First of all, I think Harvey is incredibly motivated by the dollar. More than even showing people, Harvey has spent his whole life waiting to get to free agency. That's what he's wanted his whole life.
Mets fans, think about that 2018 rotation. Syndergaard, DeGrom, Harvey. It was really unbelievable. And now none of them are on the team. Here 7 years later. We had high hopes on Matt Harvey. Syndergaard's turned out to be tremendous. Matt's, he made a little noise. But what a difference.
The key to that team.
Well, you said he wasn't going to play golf.
He's not playing golf.
Right.
Okay.
The starting lineup was Nimmo, Cespedes, Bruce, Frazier, Cabrera, Gonzalez, Darno, and Rosario. Not good offensively, although Cespedes was a beast.
He's a guy who, when he's hurt, goes and plays golf.
Just think, Syndergaard and DeGrom. And what the Dark Knight was supposed to be. I just wanted to give my 2 cents because I'm a big Mike and the Mad Dog fan here in the Northeast area. Was listening to them since '89. So let's kick back and I'll start the Z and we can listen to Mike and the Mad Dog.
They have to have him. Conforto's ahead of schedule. But
Circa 2018.
They don't want to go too fast and gets hurt.
I think he's
But
going to
he's
be
ahead
okay.
of schedule.
Give me your over-unders for 2026.
That can work. I think it can
Pick
work.
3 over, 3 under. Let me see what you have for the 2026 upcoming season.
He's going to stand in front of his locker. He's going to be there every game. You know, you got to have the guy who stands in front of his locker in New York. He's going to stand in front of his locker. He's going to answer the questions, which is a big plus. Takes a lot of pressure off.
He likes New York anyway.
He likes doing that.
This way I'll find out who's still here and who's actually watching.
Two guys they can rely on. They have some talent in the back of the bullpen. They could easily, if things fall into place, win 90 games.
I agree with you. You made a good point.
Absolutely.
They could be awful.
They'll
or they
either
could
be
have a good year.
72 or 91.
I
They will
agree.
not be 83.
I agree. They're not a midway team.
No.
I agree 100%. I think Harvey's the key. You think Cespedes is the key.
I think Cespedes has to be healthier. They don't play well.
It's a given too. I'd agree with
Because they
that.
have some decent pitching in between. Like Lugo can pitch.
Not
They're
terrible.
okay.
Not
And they got two big time pitchers.
Maybe they
And
get something
think-
out of Wheeler
And
eventually.
I think Syndergaard, I never know what Kershaw's going to do, but I think Syndergaard can win a Cy Young Award. I think he's that good.
Oh, I think Syndergaard's great. I'm with you. No, I don't know if I love him personally. It drives me crazy.
Oh, I'm not worried about the antics. I think he's going to go out there, he's going to get people out.
Yeah, that's the way you need it. He's fun to watch too. And then the Yankees, of course, we know. Now, if you have an issue with the Yankees, forget the offense. We know they're great. Bird issue, okay, I get it. They'll be all right at first base. Their starting pitching is pretty good. You know, let me see. Can I ask Severino to do it again? Is that asking too much?
Yes. No, it's not too much for Severino. Severino's going to be a big time.
All right, Tanaka.
It's too much to ask CC to do it again.
No, that's one.
He's
How
gonna
about
do it
Tanaka? I mean,
I think
Tanaka was
Tanaka
bad in
is-
the regular season last year.
Tanaka is, if he's healthy, he's not durable. You got to give him a lot of extra days off. That's all there is to it. But he can be great when he's on his game. He'll be okay.
Now, how about Sonny Gray? You convinced that Sonny Gray, who was
I think-
so last year,
I
wasn't
think
great?
they got to leave him alone. Let him pitch. Don't baby him. They have an incredible bullpen.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
And I
5
think
innings.
Gray will be the guy who has the big upside. No way is CC going to do what he did last year. Montgomery's an X factor. He could
Yeah,
have a very good year.
yeah,
he was sneaky good last year.
But you'd
he was
agree.
really good. But here's the biggest
Yankee
issue.
pitching isn't as great.
It's not great, but here's the biggest thing. They have the ability to go out and get anything they want. If
Now,
they
I know,
want to
they
get
got
it.
tons of money.
They have a ton of guys in the minors everybody wants. They can trade
Torres.
guys everywhere.
The
They
kid
have
at third
gems.
base.
They have right-handed power that no one has everywhere. They have a stockpile. You trade Frazier. They have a million guys. So they can go get pitching whenever they need it. And a lot of teams can't do that. And that's the big positive they have. They have that extra reservoir of the ability to go out and get anything they need.
Yeah, it's a big advantage. I don't love their starting.
I'll tell you what a couple
Yeah,
days ago.
this is when the Yankees
strikeouts
put
and
together
strikeouts
Judge,
heavier than
Stanton,
is one thing.
Sanchez.
They don't have a real leadoff hitter if Gaudio's not going
Quite the
well. He's not
offense.
classic, but he's good.
Brought in
Also,
Sabathia.
they're full with their outfield defense, which could have been great, and now it's not going to be. And they're going to jumble guys in and out all the time. The guy who's the best hitter in that lineup, first of all, the unsung hero in that lineup is Didi. Is the
Right,
unsung hero.
Didi Gregorius.
He gets all
Go
the big
back
hits.
and
He
check
played
out the
great last year. He's a lot
2018
better.
standings and playoffs,
Yeah, he is.
and you'll get a
Yeah,
good look at what we're reviewing here on Mike and the Mad Dog for the season of 2018.
He can hit everything.
Yeah, and nothing bothers him, nothing phases
Well, his
him.
defense is.
Well, defense stinks,
Yeah.
but he can hit. He can hit. He can
Oh,
hit.
he can.
Oh, we got Mike Trout. Mike loves him. You know me. We continue here on High Heat. Don't go away.
Please excuse the commercial and technical difficulties here on Chaos Corner as we review the 2018 the 2018 baseball season on High Heat with Mike and the Mad Dog, formerly of WFAN, Sports Radio 66, The Fan, WFAN. Turn it on and try 'em, no one can get by 'em. Mike and the Mad Dog, WFAN. I'm just trying to talk over these useless, senseless commercial ads. Back to the show.
Welcome back to High Heat, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Photographer. It was annoying, that photographer. That photographer was annoying who did that. I know that's an SI picture.
That's an
from way
SI.
back.
Sports history.
They did a feature on
I'd
it.
say mid-90s.
Yeah, I'd say early 90s.
Yeah, now listen, I like the keynote. Brian Kenny, our buddy here, he loves Trout.
Loves Trout.
He's
Yeah,
better
like
than
my son Harrison, that's his
Oh,
favorite
no, he
player.
loves him?
Loves Trout.
Better than DiMaggio, better than Williams,
Well,
which drives me crazy.
Better than DiMaggio or Williams. I mean, you want to be a little careful.
But here is the issue that I have with Trout.
Good.
I know he's great.
He is great. He's the best player by a lot.
But does he have an iconic moment?
No, not yet.
Has he done anything iconic? 56-game hitting streak, back
No.
406, dominate a
No.
postseason.
No.
I mean, has he done any of this stuff yet?
No, he's just day-to-day, pound for pound, been the best player by a lot.
Better than Harper? That much better than Harper?
Much better. I mean, much better. The guy's been he's
not good in his one postseason.
No, he wasn't.
A lot of strikeouts.
But the guy's been an incredible player. And he's been buried for a couple of years on a terrible team, and he's on the West Coast, so you don't see any of his stuff. You never see it in the East. You don't see him highlights enough, so you don't see him enough. The guy is an incredible.
I thought
player.
you'd be a little. I thought you'd
I
be
think
a
he's
little
an
overrated.
incredible talent. Now listen.
You don't think he's DiMaggio?
No, I'm not putting him in, and I'm not putting him in the Mickey Mantle class yet either. Okay, Mickey Mantle lived in the World Series, spent his whole career in the World Series. You know, this guy's got to go dominate a postseason and do something there before you want to call him an immortal. But if you go day to day, pound for pound, he's the best player in the league. I don't think there's any best player in baseball day in and day out. Harper's not in his league. Harper's an exciting player. He's not in his league. And he'll hit the ball 500 feet, and he'll fight with everybody, including his own teammates. And Trout won't do that. But Trout is day to day, pound for pound, the best player.
See, I don't love this sabermetric stuff.
Yeah, so I know you don't. I know. And listen, I look at it, but I also don't get all hung up on it. He's the best player physically. He's just the best player. But he still has a lot to do before he becomes the face of baseball.
I mean, DiMaggio was 9-1 in the World Series.
That's it.
56-game hitting streak, and he hit 381.
You gotta go. You have to go win, and you have to go play and dominate October eventually. It has to happen.
Do you have a problem with the fact that Trout in October, the couple times he's been there, even in pennant races, has been bad?
I can't. I don't have
September.
enough. I don't have enough.
You're gonna give him a break on that. You're not gonna make a big deal about the Royal Series when he didn't do anything?
Not yet. I need to see more. But day in and day out, he's been the best player. I agree. Now, you don't put him with Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio and those guys yet. You don't do that. But he's the best talent in baseball.
All right, who's the second best? You don't think Harper's the second best player? You think Machado is?
I think Harper has tremendous.
He's gonna get $400 million from somebody.
He's got stage presence. He can play the bad guy, the good guy. He's dramatic. Yes, he is a very good theatrical player.
So see,
he brings that. So I think you got to add that to the mix. I think that makes him very
you put Chris
interesting.
Bryant in this mill. How about Altuve? You put Altuve in there? Now, I know you weren't into Altuve.
Well, here's the thing about Altuve. When the people started calling me about Altuve, he didn't score a ton of runs. He didn't have a high on-base percentage, and he didn't hit homers. All of a sudden, his on-base percentage went to 400, and he started hitting home runs. Now instead of being an 850 player, he's a 1,000 OPS player. He's a completely different player. Same thing with Daniel Murphy. He became a different player. Altuve has become a different player. You got to do everything, and he didn't walk and he didn't hit homers. Now he does both. So now you're talking about a guy who's become Joe Morgan. I agree with you.
Boy, I tell you,
he's better than Joe Morgan. But he's got more power.
More power. All right, let's just do coming back here with some tweets. Well, let Bruce Shine say hello. Come on back.
There goes an eagle. That ball is high. He was far. There is good. Off the scoreboard. Wow. Giancarlo getting a standing ovation. It's a 2-run home run. A Stantonian home run.
You know, everyone talks about Sterling and the nicknames, which have become his
that's his moniker.
Trademark, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The reason that happens, the reason that has become his trademark is because of this guy right here. Because he used to play back on the show all the time and go crazy. And we played back Bernie Goes Boom 100 times. And Sterling used to drive to the stadium listening to the show. And he started doing this for the home runs because we played the calls.
He loved
and that's where it came from. And really, the guy who is responsible for all that is you.
Well,
it really is, because you were the ones who used to love to play back those home run calls.
I don't like the Stantorian one yet.
No, he has to work on that one. And some of them are good, and some of them are great, and some of them are awful. I mean, it depends on the one. But remember the old Bernie Goes
Bernie,
Boom?
The Tampa game.
The Tampa game, the triple Bernie Goes
All the way to the wall.
That's it.
All right, Bruce Shine, say hello. How are you today?
Great, gentlemen. Thoroughly enjoying the reunion here today. And you're just touching on...
Why is he in a box, though? I mean, bring him in here.
Al McGuire, Billy, and
That's it. That's right. I mean, the poor guy's in a box today.
Well, they want to keep him over there in that little corner. What do you got for me there, Brucey boy?
After working with Chris the last 4 years, it's another kind of box I was worried about being prematurely placed in. You're touching on John Sterling, and this is courtesy of the New York Times, guys. Sterling says he's come up with a home run call for Giancarlo Stanton. Quote, it's an Italian phrase that rhymes. Any guesses?
Mike would be better at that
An
than I am.
Italian phrase that rhymes.
John-
Giancarlo goes.
Fargo.
I'm not sure.
We'll have to come back to that one.
I don't know.
We'll
I don't
think
know
about-
with John.
We're going to find out tomorrow.
John-
Shortly thereafter.
I think John, that's a little over-analysis. I think you should just do them and not be discussing them before the fact. I mean, I just think you just throw them out there.
Almost a little too serious.
Yes, just let them play.
Go ahead next, Brucey.
If there's a time, can you guys share your Oscar thoughts?
Oscar thoughts. Shape of the Water. They gave that to that dopey film.
Oh, please. Plus, I'll tell you something else. Can they stop with these stupid Academy Award pretenses? Did anybody think they all went into that theater without anybody knowing they were going to go into that theater and waste an hour
Jimmy Kimmel.
parading everybody
With the
in there?
shirts, with the hot
Well,
dogs.
stop with the nonsense. I mean, they had 42 guards on every door. I mean, the idea that they just showed up in this theater. What do you think? People are stupid? I mean, don't waste our time with that
On
stuff.
the movies.
You know what?
They try to be too
I miss
politically
Johnny
correct.
Carson.
Yeah, I agree.
mean, you know
Where's
that?
Bob Hope? Get him
Bob
back.
Hope. That's right. Bob Hope, Johnny Carson, and Billy
Billy Crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Other than that, no one's ever been good at the Oscars.
Yeah, that was a rough show.
Oscar show stunk.
And they had a terrible rating.
Oh, it deserved it. You know what? All you would do with that is turn it off.
Well, you turned Mike out with that, Brucey. By anything else?
That was terrible.
This question for Mike. If somehow the Yankees do not make the playoffs, is Aaron Boone gone?
You know what? That would be interesting. If it was really bad, maybe it would be considered a colossal mistake, but I would doubt that very much. I mean, I think the Yankees will have much more patience than that. In the old days,
No, he wouldn't make it.
he wouldn't have gotten the job. But in the old days, if George were here and there was 2 or 3 missives, then for sure he could be gone.
I tell you, my question is, playoff game against the Astros, 5th inning. Does Aaron have to call catcher to see if he can take out the relievers?
Not only that, can you remember you got to bring a pitcher in?
That's right, it's been
How about warm one up? If they're going to take one out, you got to put one in.
That was funny.
Elementary.
Bruce made a big deal about that. Go ahead, Bruce. Last one.
Better chance of happening. Mike and the Mad Dog doing a show on WFAN or the Rays, Marlins matching up in the World Series.
Both.
Oh, without a question, Rays easy. You have a better chance of having Rays Pirates.
I'll tell you right now, though, there'll be an opening on FAN before you know it. I guarantee.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
I should. Forgive me.
Who's leaving? Benigno?
Boomer. And they got nobody on. Where's Salicana?
Maybe Steve Summers is retiring.
Oh, we can make fun of that man all day. Mike, great to have you here.
Good to see you,
Good
Bill.
to see you, pal. All right,
Nice
there you go. Mike
studio.
and the Mad Dog.
Nice studio.
Now you do a nice job, don't
It's
they?
amazing.
Greatest place to work. I've said that for day one. You can't get nicer people to work than you can in MLB Network.
How about that?
It's as good a place at all. Yankee World Series prediction quickly in 10 seconds.
I'm not ready for that yet. I don't know if the Yankees make it. It's a lot of competition. You know that? There's a lot of competition.
Astros. See you, Mikey. See you tomorrow noon. Hi, Heat.